For this Sunday's action figure adventure, we're going to take a look at Star Wars Black Series Baze Malbus. So this is going to be a quick and easy fix for this action figure. So this is going to be Ollie's best, something that you could pick up for $9.99. So let's begin our toy adventure. Tools needed for this action figure adventure or project, it's going to be Nicolas Cage hair dryer, Conair 1875, X-Acto knife, and Loctite or super glue. Okay, so in this project we were able to cut ourselves, but I immediately administered self-aid. So that's about 0.25 inch nice clean cut from an X-Acto knife. But I already administered first aid on that. I'm just monitoring the wound. So we're going to close that up later on. Yeah, hurts a little bit, but just like the famous Predator caption or phrase, no time to bleed. Okay, so the show has to go on for this video. Okay, so first order of battle when I took this figure out of packaging was to heat up all of the joints with the hair dryer. And as you could see, all of the joints on this action figure are nice and movable. So no locked joints on this action figure. This action figure is good to go. Okay, so problem areas actually are on this section because of those pouches and because of that electronic item and because of how the internal part of this diaphragm section is molded. Okay, so but first with regards to heating this action figure up, so with the head, so once we heat up the head, we took it off and we examined this connection point, where the areas that we need to do a little bit of first aid on the action figure. Okay, so we already made a solution for this. Okay, so second order of battle. Now take a look at this section. Okay, so out of packaging, this was really way below. So in this section, actually this piece and that piece is going to hit each other. So this actually is already locked up and you don't have enough clearance for these two items. That, yeah, so that's why majority of the action figure toy reviewers or action figure current toy reviewers would really bash this action figure, while instead of providing solutions for collectors who wish to own this action figure. But for the price at Ollie's and that really amazing head sculpt, so with this fix you have an amazing figure that you could buy for cheap. Okay, so right now, quick easy fix. So once you used your hair dryer, this pouch is going to peel off. Actually, it's connected to the lower diaphragm joint, so it easily peels off, and you could, with an X-Acto knife, make cuts on the pouches. There you go. So this used to be connected to that area. So yeah, there you go. So quick easy fix. So instead of having it maintaining it on this section, I glued it upwards or raised it up. So now this section, this connection, this articulation point is free to move. So with this section, instead of having a very big thing that pokes upwards, actually still hitting this section if I use the whole assembly. So what I did was to cut off excess material, so we still have it on board, but it's really not as big as the previous design. This electronic item, I don't know what that is or the significance of that item. Anyway, so with that right now, okay, let's just detach this. So it doesn't, when you try to forward bend the action figure, it won't hit this section. So what I did was to also clean out material from the internal joint, the ball joint, so this area is free to move. And I think I still need to disengage these two parts and clean out additional material so I could have more bend. But actually, take a look at that right now. So rotation is really nice and clean. Now that would have some form of bend, but we still have to clear out material. Anyway, now moving towards the head. So the head actually is locked in by the hair. Okay. So what I did was to use an X-Acto knife, and I just followed the shape of this red hood, or this whatever that is, a neck protector or neck armor. Anyway, so I just followed the design, the contour of this red neck thing. So we gave this guy a haircut with an X-Acto knife. Okay, now that head is easy, free floating. Okay, there you go. So we even have upward movement for the head tilts, because that is on a hinge too. It's a ball and a hinge system. That is my preferred articulation point for a head unit. Okay, so you have a very nice articulating action figure right now. So I'm just going to once again disengage these two body parts and clean out further material. But right now, take a look at that. That's good to go. This section, we still have that detail. I didn't actually just disregard that piece and throw it out. So that is glued to the pouch, and this is moved forward up, and we did the haircut. So this is now a nicely articulating action figure. Okay, to prove the action figure currents that this has got to be one of the easy, simple fixes for a action figure that you could do. Okay, now that is really nicely articulated. Okay, so actually this is a very iconic character in the Star Wars Rogue One movie. Actually, I really like the Rogue One movie compared to the other TV series or movies for Star Wars, aside from the first trilogy. So I love the trilogy. The succeeding hit miss, Rogue One. Love the storyline. love the intensity. Okay, now once again, what other fixes that we did to the weapons platform. So this used to have a scope on this section, but this auto laser rifle does not have a stack. So instead of having the scope really close to the pistol grip, I just cut it off, and using G.I. Joe classified series, the scope, the red dot on this section, so just cut it off with an X-Acto knife and glued it on the frame of this laser rifle of some sort. Okay, so whenever he needs to fire this thing, actually it makes more sense that he could peer through the scope as he fires. Okay, instead of having that thing really close to his line of sight. So this is more bearable, much more eye relief, and it makes sense too. Okay, so that ends our review for this action figure and the quick easy fix that you could do, and for a really amazing design. You could still retain actual design and not sacrifice any part. You just have to do a little bit of tweaking and you're good to go. And for $9.99, good find. All is best. And the solution to the problems of this figure in this video. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next custom action figure review.